It's the final day of 2020, and my question today for you is, how are you going to take what you learned in 2020 and turn it into the most amazing, bright, phenomenal future that you could ever imagine? My name is Maren, and this is Q&A with Heart and Soul Dance. So I kind of turned the tables on you, didn't I? My Q&A is for you. So how are we going to go about this? We're going to go on the journey together, of course. So we'll take a few examples from my own life of things that I've learned and how I review at the end of the year. And then we'll go into the future together. I have a fun exercise at the very end that I can't wait to share with you. So let's get started. Most of you know that I own a ballroom dance studio, Heart and Soul Dance, in Joliet, Illinois. It's been a challenging year for us. And the thing that I am going to take forward into 2021 with me is the concept of surrendering instead of powering through. Now, there's a lot of bad press around the word surrender. So when I use it in this instance, I'm not talking about giving up. That's not what we did this year. We did so much. We did everything except give up. And the word surrender, when I think of it in this context, is about being present and really listening to your next steps. As a business owner, I have a lot of experience with powering through, pushing, making things happen. And I've spent many, many years doing that. It's hard and it is stressful and it doesn't serve all that well, actually. So this year, in 2020, there was no pushing through. It wasn't possible. I couldn't make things happen. And I came very close to actually closing the studio. I let go of my ego and my thought that I could make it all happen. I had to. And the magic that showed up absolutely amazed me. The community, our community, stepped in and said, no, the studio is not going to close. And when I think of the word surrender, this is what I think of, is that I let go of my agenda, of not even my vision stayed the same. The way that I thought it would happen, I completely surrendered it, and other options showed up. It was just phenomenal. So that's the nugget that I'm taking with me going forward into my future, that I realize I don't need to do it by myself, which I was told very clearly by my wonderful friend and teacher and studio manager and all around amazing person, Kat. When I was going to close, she said, no, you can't do that. We need to take it to the community because it's not all on your shoulders. If 100 people take a small amount, it makes it much easier to handle than if one person tries to do 100% of it. Wow. Like, I know that. That's something that I understand, and it obviously had not occurred to me to do that. I was ready to close instead. So letting go of, as I said, my ego and how I thought things should look. So this is the process that as I go back through my year, these are the nuggets that I'm looking for myself of what did I learn? How will it make me a better person? And how will it change, A, how I do things in the future and what my vision for the future is. So as I look into my future with this, if I take that one piece and I think about what would my life look like if I did that in more places, if I invited that type of abundance into my life, if I said, hey, you know what? I don't have to do 100%. What if there's somebody out there that wants to do 50%, or maybe there are 4 people out there that each want to do 25%. And now my life is richer, their lives are richer, and we're building even more of a community. So going back to you, I know you thought I forgot. I didn't. What are some of the things that you experienced this year? A lesson that you might have learned, or something that challenged you and you came up with a different solution, or maybe you haven't come up with a different solution yet and you're looking for it, that you could reframe and think about differently going into next year and the year after and the year after, and et cetera, to make your life a better place, a richer place. So the second thing that I would like to do with you is give you something that I had gotten from my mentor, Roger James Hamilton, and it's the future vision practice. We're going to sit ourselves on December 31st, 2021, so exactly a year from today. And we're going to put ourselves on that day reflecting back, doing exactly what we're doing right now, but we're in our future selves, looking back over 2021. And I want you to sit down and write it out. What happened this past year? So you're sitting in the future, December 31st, 2021, and you're looking back over what will be your next year, but you're sitting in the future, so you're looking back over it, right? Imagine everything, the details. What did you do for your job? Did you change jobs? What did you do? What did you accomplish with family? What does it look like? Did you take a vacation? Where did you go? What did you experience? How's your health? Did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? Did you build muscle? Write out all the detail that you can in as many different categories as you can, and really get clear on what happened this last year from your future self. So feel free to use this link, and it's got 2 documents there. One of them is the future vision document. The second one is this one, which is, I just got this. It was from my Women on Wellness Facebook group that I'm a part of. And I asked if I could share it, and they said absolutely. And if you'd like to be a part of that group, just let me know. It's a phenomenal group. But anyway, this document, I love it because you get to actually color in each of the days that you do something that you're committing to for yourself. I loved it, and I just decided that I wanted to share it. So I'm sharing it with you guys. Okay, so hopefully that example from my own 2020 as well as the future vision was helpful. I have one more example from 2020, and it is what led me to actually doing these videos. So at the beginning of the year, when we first shut down, March timeframe, I did a 30-day vulnerability challenge on Facebook where I posted every day for 30 days about something that I've learned about myself, about being authentic, who Maren is. And that was really challenging for me. I tend to be a very private person, which you wouldn't know from watching these videos. But the thing that I learned in those 30 days was the impact that I was having. And I didn't realize that. I got a lot of engagement, and more than the engagement, the public engagement, I had a ton of people contacting me privately, letting me know that I was changing their lives because of that. And because that's really an essential part of me, a key to who I am and why I'm here on this planet, is to help people, to impact people. And it's what I do every day with teaching dance. It's why we call ourselves a transformational ballroom studio. We don't just teach dance, we improve people's lives. And this just was the next logical step of, okay, so we can't do it so much in the studio. How do I do that doesn't involve a studio? This is one of the pieces that came together, was doing these Q&A videos. So now here's the part that involves you again. I'm going to ask that you share one of the keys that you learned over the last year that you'll be taking forward with you. Because just as sharing my own experiences is impacting you, or has impacted a bunch of people, your experience has the same impact. So if you know now one of those impacts and you can write it out, great. Take a moment right now and do that. If you don't, when you reflect and when you go back over 2020 and you've written and you've found a few of those, take one of them and share it. Knowing that you will also be impacting somebody else. I would love to know a couple of those things that you're taking forward with you. So that's our journey for 2020. I am honored to have been a part of it with you, and I am really looking forward to 2021. Not just because we're done with this year, but because of all the cool stuff that we learned this year that will be the foundation as we move forward. I can't wait to share some of the new videos that we have for our Q&A with Heart and Soul Dance. We have Miss Elizabeth Gutzweiler-Daigle answering some hustle questions for you. In addition, Kat and Eli are going to come and chat about how they upped their competition game with no competitions in all of 2020. Well, I guess we had Worlds at the beginning of the year. So we have lots of really cool stuff in store for you in 2021. Stay tuned, share us with other people. And if you've missed prior episodes, check out down below or up above, there's a link somewhere. Check them out. If you have any questions, certainly shoot them our way. We'll be happy to answer them as we go forward. And keeping our fingers crossed that we will get to see you on the dance floor. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2021.